Right. So for all of you who've just joined in, wishing you all a very good evening. On behalf of Upgrad, I warmly welcome all of you. We're largely going to be speaking about exploring your study abroad options with a definitive return on investment, and when does it actually make sense for you to study for your MBA or bachelor's abroad, and what is the ROI you should be expecting when you opt for something which relates to your higher education abroad. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Ankur Dhawan, who is the president for the study abroad division at Upgrad. Sir, we warmly welcome you, and it is an honor to host you.
Thanks, Praneeth, and looking forward to having an enriching discussion with you and for our participants.
Surely, sir. So, as much as I understand the crowd, a lot of them are actually graduates looking to transition into the PG degrees abroad. Some of them are also graduating out of school this fall. So my first question to you, sir, is, according to your industrial experience, when does it actually make sense for any of these students to do an MBA or bachelor's abroad? What is the likely ROI that they should be looking at if they're making such a big decision?
Sure. See, ROI, how do we calculate ROI? Let's understand. Okay. So as a definition of the term is return on investment. So what is the investment we are doing? We need to look at that one. Investment goes in two parts. One is the tuition fees which we pay to the university, and the other is the living cost. Typically, if you're trying to study abroad, there are 4 or 5 countries which are very prominent. So we'll start with the US as one of the very, very common. Everybody wants to go there. Second common will be Canada. I think this has become very high in demand country when it comes to studying abroad because of easier PR rules. Then we have UK, which is another upcoming destination because of their recent changes in graduate immigration route. Then we have Australia, which is right now not that much in demand because of the border closure, but I think that is also a matter of time. Within few months, we will be hearing the news about Australia borders opening as well. So if we look at these 4 or 5 countries which I talked about, then we have Ireland, we have Germany, we have France. Typically, the tuition fees in most of these countries will be around 12 to 15, let's say. In case of US, it might be around 17, 18. If you're talking about bachelor options, in masters, it's a little higher. So when you look at your investment in Canada, it will be around 10 lakh, let's say. So if you look at the investment of a 1 year or 2 year masters, in case of, let's say, we talk about Canada, it is a 2 years masters. We do around 20 odd lakh of the tuition fees. On top of that, how much will you be spending in living? It will be around, let's say, 8 lakhs per year. So you another use 16 lakhs. So we're talking about 20 plus 16, 36 lakhs. This is your investment which you're making. And I'm not counting any part-time work rights, which can actually reduce this investment further, because that you can also work in India, maybe not that high salary, but then the cost will also be lesser. So I'm not including any of this part-time work rights and other opportunities through which you can make money. Then what we talk about is what is the starting salary and what is the availability of jobs. 2 things. If I complete my course, how soon can I get a job? Second, once I get my job, what is the starting salary? So if I look at these countries which I'm talking about, Canada, US, UK, Australia, all of them have their own availability of jobs which you should look at. Like if you're going for a STEM course, let's say you want to do computer science, you want to do something engineering side, US is the most prominent country we know about. The computer science jobs, there can be as high as 80 to 100K. 100K is, I think, we can assume 80 to 100K is what we could learn. So 80K and per annum, if I talk about your starting salary in Indian currency will be around 50 lakhs, 50 to 60 lakhs. So you are spending around, let's say in case of US, you would have spent close to 50 lakh and your starting salary is 60 lakhs. That means you are doing at least 100% of return on investment in the year 1 itself after completing your course of 2 years. Now, if you do 4-year course, which is what the undergrad in US is, then we're talking about 1 CR investment and starting with a 60 lakh salary, 50 to 60. That means your 50% is the ROI. That's why we have created these accelerator programs. in these accelerator programs, what you do is you reduce your cost by at least half. In case of US, it's half. In case of Canada, it is half. In case of Australia, it is 1/3. What we do is we reduce your cost. That means your investment, which is going into studying abroad, that improves your ROI. So let's say if you are going to US and spending 1 crore and first year salary is around 50 lakhs, your ROI comes to 50%. In case you go through upgrade accelerator programs, you're spending around 40 lakh. Your starting salary is around 50 lakh, you are getting around 100% ROI. So that's how you should look at return on investment, how much money you're spending in studying and living, and what is the initial salary. In case of Canada, typically you'll be starting at 30 lakh odd salary, 35 lakhs. 35 lakhs, and if you're spending 36 lakh odd in the studies, because it's an affordable destination, both from the tuition fees as well as living perspective, still you are getting 100% ROI for 2-year course. If you do a 4-year course, then again your ROI goes to 50%. So the reason why we wanted these accelerator programs to be in place, and we worked very hard to talk to universities such as Deakin University, we have Plymouth, we have University of Canada West, we have James Cook, University of Canberra, is that we want to make the ROI of studying abroad attractive for the learners who always thought of going abroad and building a career and just held back because they could not figure out the investment part. They could not get as much education loan and they dropped the idea. So we are expanding the pool of the learners who wanted to go abroad. Now they can go abroad affordably.
Right. So by and large, what I could comprehend is when students can see a near ROI of about 100% in the first year is the right choice for them to actually move ahead when they're planning their higher education abroad. Yes. Right.
Yeah, 70% plus, I think you are in a good place, because in India, if you spend this much amount, like you say you're trying to do engineering in India, it is costing around 8 to 10 lakhs. And your starting salary will be around 5 lakhs as an engineer. So, and opportunities, as we discussed, to study in a good college in India is very, very difficult. There's a lot of competition, very few limited seats. We keep hearing the news of people who are demotivated, and some of them commit suicide as well. We keep hearing this NEET news, which is very, very disappointing to hear. So this competition is what reduces your opportunity, as a return on opportunity or investment actually reduces, because to get to a very good university is very tough and the starting salaries are very, very less. That's why we tell, if you can invest, if you have investment money in your tuition fees and living costs, then go abroad. That is where you will be able to get better ROI of your effort.
Right. I want to know from you. So you mentioned the upgrad accelerator degree. So if it's a student who has just moved out of school or will move out the next year, what are some of the courses that upgrad has to offer them? And what are the plausible career progressions that they are mapped to? So, you mentioned about the fee structure of this private university. So if I'm going to VIT or I'm going to Manipal, I'm spending close to 17 to 18 lakhs to complete my all 4 years of my BTech degree. So in that similar budget, what options do I have with upgrad, and what is the likely ROI you see there?
So we have programs across 4 or 5 countries now. We have programs going to Australia where you can do 1 year plus 2 years in Australia, 1 year online or on campus in India, and 2 years on campus in these universities. These are Deakin, which is one of the world's best university, top universities. We have University of Canberra, we have James Cook University, we have Torrens. You can go to UK, where we have Plymouth now, and a few more are joining. In case of Canada, you can go to UCW as well as Yorkville. In case of US, you have Northern Arizona University and Cleveland State University. We have business as well as both computer science programs for students to opt for. And we create those more and more. We will, in coming days, we'll create more options there, because more universities will be signing up with us. The student can pursue after business a variety of courses, variety of jobs, which can be in sales, finance and accounting, marketing, operations. With after IT, you have specialization which you can take. You can take specialization in cyber security. You can specialization in networking. You can take specialization in cloud computing. So as a learner, you have plethora of options after completing the courses abroad. And all that depends on the co-op, the internship which you're doing during your course, that will determine what kind of career you build. And nearly all the courses which we do will have an option of doing internships or industrial professional practice, which helps learner in deciding their career trajectory after completing the course.
Right. So in India, if you're spending about 17 lakhs on a BTech degree, or likely ROI will be about close to 1/3 or 1/4 of what you've spent in 4 years. But if you're moving abroad, how much likely expense is it going to be there? You mentioned a salary between 60K to 100K, which is okay, but how much is the actual expense going to be with an upgrad accelerator degree for 3 years or 4 years in the US or Canada?
Let me take example of very good. I think you discuss how much investment we're making. Let's me take example of you're going to IIMs, one of the best colleges. Let's take example of IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore. 2 years of study there will cost you close to 25, 26 lakhs. And if you're lucky, starting salaries will be around the same number, 25, 26 lakhs. Otherwise, it can go up below to 15 lakhs. So you are looking at 50% to 100% off in ROI in those 2 years of IIM studies. Now we have a program, MBA program, which actually, if I look at tuition fees only, and I have, so in this cost 25 lakh, I have not included the living cost. So living cost, another 2-3 lakhs less is spent. In case of this IU program, the overall program with tuition fees and living costs will cost you around 18 odd lakhs. So it's much cheaper than what you would be spending in India at IIMs. Second, your starting salary, in any case, in Europe, in Germany, will be close to 40 lakhs. So that is starting salaries of 50,000 euros is what you can expect. It's around 40 lakhs. Now spending 17, 18 lakhs in studying in Germany, high quality education, doing thesis and research, and then getting a job of 40 lakhs, it's a 200% ROI. So it makes complete sense. If you are going to spend 23 lakh, 25 lakh, 26 lakh, or maybe 35, 40 lakh for case of ISB, then why not go and study abroad and spend much lesser than that and get a 200% ROI? That is where the learners are not aware of the options which exist right now, which can actually give them very, very good return on their time as well as the investment and a high quality of education as well. I think that is where if you go and talk to anybody, German university or even US university will be coming up. They have very, very high quality education, very, very industry oriented education. This is not completely theoretical. They have professional practice, they have internship, they have thesis where you can actually demonstrate what you have learned is going to be applicable to the industry. And that's what we need to at IIM, whatever you do, and I'm from an IIM, so I myself is a product of that institution, but I can tell you the kind of professional practice options which you get in these universities, you will not get that same in India.
Glad you mentioned about that. So we're looking at a 200% return on your return on investment now. So what more options do we have in Germany? As in, if there's somebody who wants to specialize in marketing or in cybersecurity, do we have more options in Germany for masters?
So Germany, we have everything now a student can think of. Typically, I saw one question somebody asked earlier was that I am from a manufacturing field, I am from this field, I am from that field. Whatever field you belong to, the job of future is data science. And the good part is data science does not discriminate with what you studied during your graduation. Because data science is about data, analytics, and deriving insights from it, building algorithms which can solve the automation problems. Now, every industry right now, whether you talk about healthcare, you talk about automobile, you talk about manufacturing, anything you want to talk about, supply chain, everywhere data is being collected and everywhere the scientists are trying to solve the problem of how to automate it. Okay, so anybody who wants to go abroad and do a data science degree, master data science degree, we have option of Germany. Somebody MBA. Now, MBA also is one of those fields which does not discriminate on what you studied during your graduation, whether you are an engineer or you are a BA or BCom, BSc, everybody can do an MBA. You need 2 years of work experience, but you can go for an MBA. Nobody's stopping you. So that is my point, that MBA master data science. These are two very, very open fields which can accommodate any bachelor graduation. Now, then we have specific field of computer science, cybersecurity, which we also have, which are limited to students who have done computer science and cybersecurity, computer science, I believe, in graduation. So they have taken computer science subject, then they can go that. So anybody who is from the particularly computer science field can go for the specialized option of computer science, cybersecurity. Otherwise, MBA as well as data science options are available in Germany.
So now that we're talking about the German masters options that we have, could you brief us a little bit about Germany as an industrial market to thrive in, as in how dynamic is it? What doors can it actually open up for these students, Ankur?
Sure. Germany, I think we need to understand, is the fourth largest economy in the world. Okay. After US, then we have China, we have Japan, and then comes Germany. Germany is fourth largest economy in the world, largest in Europe. There is nobody better than Germany in Europe. We have France, which is the next economy, but yeah, I'll say Germany. It is the startup capital of the world, the startup capital of Europe, sorry, not world. Berlin, we have a lot of startups. And over the year, it has become a lot more cosmopolitan. So it's not a big deal earlier the way it was that you need to know German language. Now people are surviving in Germany without any German language knowledge, or they are at initial level of even A2 as well. So that is the good part. The Germany, the MNCs, the companies which are there are now looking forward to having English speaking as well, population. Now, as far as the economy is concerned, 70% of economy is export economy. They export the best of the automobiles. They export everything which you can think of, services, as well as the manufacturing setup. It's one of the biggest renewable energy market. And we all know that renewable energy is going to replace the coal energy which we're using over time period. That is where the renewable energy, the most research happening on renewable energy is in Germany. So as an economy, I think there is no better economy than Germany right now. And also the point here is that visa is also relatively, I'll say, assured compared to US. The US, the visa, getting a visa is a little difficult. It depends on a lot on your interview, and they have very specific rules and regulations when you look at going to US, and it can change as per the president as well. Germany has been a very stable economy. They give you visa very predictably. And unless you have done something wrong, I think your visa is kind of assured. If you're going for a good course, you are going to get visa. So that way, Germany is more welcoming compared to US. So US is obviously one of the largest economy and gives you a lot of options in technology space, manufacturing as well as there. But Germany beats that when it comes to visa predictability.
Got that. How is the entire program divided between India and Germany? And what are some of the additional benefits of the eligibility criteria for some of these students if they want to study for an MBA or a tech-based course in Germany?
Yes, so Germany is one example. I'll not stick only to Germany. I'll go to other countries as well. But Germany, the programs are structured like 1+1. 1 year you can do while you're working in India online, and 1 year on the campus of Germany. Eligibility criteria typically is 50% or above marks during your graduation. In case of MBA, we have additional criteria of 2 years of work experience. In case of data science, we have 1 year of work experience criteria. So eligibility is not that tough. Also, we have got an IELTS waiver. So students who don't have an IELTS can join this program and they don't need to give an IELTS. But if I look at the other market, which I talked about, bachelor program, which we have. So in case of Canada, we have 2+2. You just need to have 50% marks in your class 12 and you can be eligible for this program. In case of Australia, if you want to go for the best ranking university, which is Deakin University, then you have to have 70% marks, both in your class 12 as well as after you complete the year 1 with Chandigarh University, you need to have 70% marks. So yeah, so as far as marks, academic criteria is concerned, I think this is very, very straightforward. There are not many difficult criteria we have put. It's just that you need to do basic studies so that you can go abroad and complete the remaining years.
Right. Now, if we now shift to Canada, there is a genuine issue with students in India that a normal bachelor's degree, apart from engineering, is going to be about 3 years. And as per the Canadian setup, a UG degree should be for 4 years. So how do we solve that issue? As in what additional efforts does the child have to make in order to transition himself or herself to a master's in Canada with a 3-year degree in India?
Yeah, so if you have a 3-year degree in India, then you can't really take a master's course in Canada. The way you go is that you take a 1-year diploma or 2-year diploma, and after that you can start working, because even a 8-month study, so any course which is more than 8 months in Canada, gets you equal number of months as a post-study work visa. So if I'm a 3-year bachelor, what I can do is I can go to Canada, take a diploma course of 12 months and get a 12-month post-study work visa. During this 12 month, I can again apply for a master's degree because I have already done my 16 year of education, and then complete my master's degree in Canada with a premium institution and then get to a job. That's one option. The other option, typically students take it, they do 2-year diploma. After doing a 2-year diploma, you get 3 years of post-study work visa and you can get a PR. Then you can decide whenever you want to do masters, you can take more time and take a call when do you want to really go for your masters. But master's courses in Canada are not easily available. That we need to know. There are very, very few seats available. So that's why I think the preference is to go and first get a PR and then come for the master. Then you are kind of a Canadian permanent residence and get better opportunity, and you can pay the local fees rather than paying the offshore out of state fees.
Right. So we have a lot of students here who want to know what are the other accelerator options that we will have in the near future with UpGrad.
We are going to sure. So the on the bachelor side, we are going to expand our universities in all these 4 destinations we talked about. We talked about US, Canada, Australia, as well as UK. We already have 1, 2, some places 4 options, but these options are going to increase. We can expect 7 to 8 options everywhere for business as well as IT. So that's one thing which we are surely working on. The other part which we are working on the master side, we'll have a pathway about our accelerator programs going to US. Very soon we'll be launching some programs in US and UK as well. So wait for it. We will have a lot more programs coming to you.
Just wanted to repeat what you had mentioned, that with these UpGrad accelerator programs, we actually help you divide your masters into 1+1, which definitely improves the ROI, reduces the cost by almost 50% of the entire degree, and accelerates the outcome you're looking at. And also the 1 year that you spend with us during your masters with our Indian university partners, you actually end up getting a dual degree, one from IU Germany and one from our Indian university partner. So would you want to brief on that, as in with both MBA and the cybersecurity or DS course, what is the additional qualification that they are able to achieve with us?
Yeah, first of all, with us, you get 120 ECTS degree. So 120 ECTS is European credits. So 120 credits degree typically is what you get from public university as well. So that is the first advantage. Instead of getting a 60 credit degree, you get 120 credit degree. And you get dual certification. One comes from the Indian university, whether it's triple IIT or IMT. The other certification comes from the IU Germany. Third is that when you are studying in IU Germany, then you get all the benefits of a student, which is on-campus student. So you will be able to get the post-study work visa, which is the most sought after thing. To find a job, you will get career support from IU Germany. You will get to do thesis as per your wish, as per the topic which you want to further explore for your career. So that's what you get in IU Germany after doing a 1 year with us. MBA is only program which is 3 semesters only, which is a 90 ECTS program. There you have a flexibility of either starting 1 semester online and then 2 years on campus, or 2 semesters online and 1 year on campus. If you don't want to go on campus, you can actually complete the 3 semesters online and get a MBA degree from a UK IU university. They also have an option of adding a the UK credits. So in case you want to go for a UK degree as well, they can get you a LSBU degree as well, London South Bank University. So that's an option also. So it's a pretty comprehensive program, very flexible program. Depending upon your pocket, you can decide how much you want to invest in your studies and still get a benefit of immigration.
Right. So also would want the audience to know about the bachelor's track. So we've got two tracks, BCA and BBA tracks. When Mr. Dhawan was mentioning about the different universities that as a team we plan to enhance and increase the portfolio of universities, what it really means is you can pick up any of these two tracks, BBA or BCA, and then after you complete a year, you can pick up one out of those 4 or 5 universities in Australia. And after you complete 2 years, uh, you can pick up one out of the 8 or 10 universities we'll have in US or Canada or UK or anywhere across the world where we have more university partners. So one single track can give you the option of trying to democratize which majors do you want to pick up, which degree do you finally want to capstone your education with, and which industry do you want to thrive in, whether it is Canada or the US or it is Australia. So it's not just about the flexibility, but also the affordability we're trying to bring in. And the fact that we're not restricting you to just one university. You can actually choose one of the many university partners that we're likely to expand into in the next 1 year. So can you mention a little bit about the other career support services that we offer?
So if you are studying, if you're studying a bachelor's with us in our accelerator program, I think one thing which you clearly mentioned, this is multi-country, multi-university option. So that gives you option that, okay, maybe you wanted to go to Australia, but by chance, or UK, let's say your visa is, I don't know, God forbid, if there is a reason that your visa does not come, then you have a Canada and US option as well to go the next 2 years down the line. So that is the beauty of accelerator program. It gives you more options, both in university as well as the countries. Second part, during the study period with us, you get flexibility to choose something else beyond study. So you can build your profile, do more internships, work with NGOs, do something of your own as a project work, which you can showcase when you go abroad. So, and also that, in addition to that, second year will also enable you to find internships. We'll come up with multiple internship opportunities for you, which you can take up and build your career. So yeah, so, and also the most important part is that when you go abroad, you will get additional study material from us, which should prepare you to go abroad and succeed. Because Indian courses, typically the way we have been studying, does not have too much of writing component. So we work very high on your academic writing skills. We also sensitize you for academic integrity, which can be completely can ruin your career outside India. So we sensitize you that. Also, we sensitize you how to write your thesis, how to do a research, how to pick a research topic, how to do networking once you go abroad, because end of the day, you're going there to build a career and you need to go beyond Indians. So that also we tell you. We tell you more about the destination you are going, the university you're going. So that is what we enable through our programs.
Right. And one of the things on my mind is, what are some of these Indian university partners when these students want to do an MBA from IU Germany? And how much is the entire program going to cost if it is an MBA or it's a master's in cybersecurity or DS?
So in case of MBA, it's a through program through IU. So there is no Indian university partner. You do all 3 semesters with the IU. In case of data science, the program starts with IIIT Bangalore and then it is IU. In case of cybersecurity, again, we have IIIT going to IU. In case of MIM, which is another program, students who don't have work experience can take, is going to start with IMT Ghaziabad and then transition into IU Germany. So these are the programs. The cost of typical Indian component is around 2.8 to 3.4, 3.5 lakh. And when you go abroad at IU Germany, for 2 semesters, you pay somewhere around 8788 euro. In addition to this fees which you pay to IU Germany, you need to also prepare for 10,330 euro, which goes into an escrow account to prove that you can live in Germany without any financial issues. So that's how you prove that you are financially stable when you go to Germany.
Got that. So now I think we're open to taking up more questions from the attendees. So one of the attendee wants to know, how do you rate IU Germany? What are some of the factors that make it a good university?
Sure. See, it depends on the goal with which when you evaluate a university. when I look at a university, I can look at it in two ways. A university where I will go and do the research and I can see my future doing a doctoral thesis, becoming a PhD or postdoctoral as well. The other is a university which can help me find a job quickly. At the end of the day, I am going there for an ROI, return on investment. So when I look at universities which are very good in industry connects, industry networking, who focus more on giving you skills which are industry relevant, then you will not find them higher on ranking. What you will find them higher on is graduate employability. You'll find that they have a very strong career center. They have a track record of students completing the courses and finding jobs. That is where I think I'll rate IU much higher, because 94% of students who graduate from that university find a job within 6 months. Average salary raise also of of IU graduate is 10% higher than the peers. So you need to look at what they are giving in terms of the employability. The Career Center is already having partnership with 6,000 odd institutions, which includes top consulting firm, top fintech firms, which will help you find jobs quickly in Germany. So we look at all the partners from the graduate employability perspective, because most of our learners do not go there to pursue PhD. They are going there to get a better return on their investment.
Right, sir. So somebody's asking if they do not have any work experience, which is the the next best thing that they can do. You have already mentioned that an MIM degree can work without experience.
Yeah, if you're looking to go for a management course, you can go Masters in International Management. We have two specialization, finance and accounting, as well as international marketing there. In case you're looking to go for computer science, then you have cybersecurity as an option. In case you're looking for data science, the only expectation is that during the first year which you study, this is another flexibility we give. During the first year when you're studying online, get a job and get a 1 year of experience, so that you go there with a work experience. So the three options: Master's Cybersecurity, Masters in International Management, and Masters in Data Science, in case you get a job within India for 1 year, will help you.
Right. So we've got some students asking if we offer masters in Canada and UK. Yes, we have a full direct admissions team, fully operational, functional. Sir, would you want to throw some light on it?
Yeah, so apart from the accelerator programs, we support all the learners. If they do not want to go for our accelerator program, there is a full-fledged team of strong counselors coming with a large experience of working with students, finding them the right university. We will be able to enable you with the options of doing both your bachelor's as well as master's abroad in all the countries which you can think of: Australia, New Zealand, US, Canada, UK, Ireland, Germany, France. Everywhere we have options, and we have close to 1,000+ universities we work with. So you will not have dearth of options when it comes to going beyond our accelerator programs.
Right. So some of them are wanting to know, sir, that we are transitioning from a commerce background or transitioning from a hospitality background or XYZ, and how much does the data science program make sense? Like you mentioned, it is going to be a very integral part in almost every industry, but could you throw more light on how is that transition?
So I'll put data science on a spectrum of basic level maths to very, very, I'll say, coding and detail level of mathematics. So if you're looking at data science from the perspective of data analytics, that means you'll take a data and you'll cut it in multiple ways and find out the insights. Then data analytics can be very simple. And we have an option of MBA, which has got specialization of data analytics, data science, as well as big data. These are two electives which you can take and complete your MBA. So that is also one more option. But if you're looking for very, very high-end, detailed, algorithmic data science program, so we have the other stream, which is data science program or Masters in Data Science with IIIT. So depending upon your background and how comfortable are you in doing those maths and coding, you can pick up either an MBA with this data specialization, or you can take a Master in Data Science, which will give you a lot more insights into data science.
Got that. They want to know the cost. So if you're doing a bachelor's degree with us, I mentioned to you about the accelerator degree options that we have with the BCA and a BBA track. A BCA track would give you access to degrees like Bachelor of Information Technology, Bachelor of Engineering, a Bachelor of Network Engineering, a Bachelor of Software Engineering. So all of these, the first year and the second year have a standard pricing. The first year is going to be 2.5 lakhs that we charge, 1.5 lakhs for the second year that we charge, and for the last 2 years, or the last 2 years in Canada or Australia are going to be at the cost of the university. So in terms of Australia, you're looking at 2.5 lakhs plus 2 years of the university fee, which can largely range between 30,000 AUD and starts from about 25. Can go up till about 35 depending on, if you're going to Deakin. But if you're studying in James Cook or Canberra, it should be around 30 per year. If you're looking at Canada, like I mentioned, you 2.5 lakhs for Canada and America both. 2.5 lakhs for first year, second is 1.5 lakhs. The year 3 and 4 in Canada with Yorkville University is going to be 15,000 CAD per year. And in America, with the scholarship, it's going to be 17,000 USD per year. So you're looking at about 30 to 35 lakhs for the complete program in America for all 4 years, in comparative to about 1 crore of your total cost when you go to America. And Canada comes at an even lesser cost. It's almost, sir, if I'm not wrong, it's going to be roughly about 20 lakhs or so, between 20 to 25 lakhs of academic fee, compared to about 80 lakhs, which you will spend normally.
Canada depends on the quality of education. If you go to a college, so in our case, accelerator program I talked about, in case you go to a college and do a diploma there, it can go lesser than that as well. So it can go to 17 lakh as well. But again, end of the day, my recommendation to learners will be, do not shortchange on your career. Diploma never will lead to the best jobs. End of the day, you will have to do a degree. So at least for the bachelors, I will recommend to go for a bachelor degree that doubles your PR point, as well as get you the best jobs which you can get in the industry. So diploma will lead to a job where you will hit a glass ceiling very, very quickly. And you will have to find a way of going back to the campus and do the degree. So yes, my answer is that yes, if you want to shortchange and you want to do very cheap education, Canada gives you a lot of options. But bachelor students, my still recommendation will be not do that. Go for a degree program, which are much more recognizable. And also you look at, you need to be mobile in case you want to move out of Canada someday to US or Germany or UK. You will find it challenging only with a diploma degree from Canada to find a job, or to even get a next round of the learning. You will not be able to accept it.
Right. Just this last week, I was actually hosting a Canadian student here, and I was asking about her views on diploma and a degree and the larger difference. So one is, of course, that there is not much of a cost difference nowadays between a private university that is actually giving you a degree and a college that gives you a diploma. But largely, she mentioned, Ankur, that very few jobs will actually allow a diploma holder to work without a supervisor. So during their entire work experience, they have to work only under a supervisor. And so in the complete hierarchy of any company they're serving, they will hit a saturation point and they can't go beyond that. So in the larger scheme of things, like Ankur mentioned, I think diploma will bring you to a halt in terms of your growth. And like he mentioned, I think the progression also then becomes stifled. It becomes difficult when you're trying to transition then to a master's degree. Probably won't make it until you do a couple of more diplomas like that. So like he said, you shouldn't actually aim for a shortcut there. And there are companies like us which are trying to make sure that your education is so much more affordable in Canada. It's almost, like I mentioned, you instead of 75 lakhs, you're paying close to 22 lakhs, 18 lakhs of your fee for the last 2 years, and 2.5 plus 1.5 lakhs, 4 lakhs. So for all our tracks, for all our universities and bachelors, 4 lakhs is the standard fee for both the years combined. That is the affordability we're bringing. Sir, somebody here wants to know, which is the best course with the highest salary in Canada? Would you want to sort of share your opinion?
Canada, people mostly go for MBAs and in management profile. So yes, it's always good to go to Canada and pursue a degree in management fields such as supply chain management or project management or engineering management. Those fields are actually in high in demand. As far as tech is concerned, yes, there are jobs available there, but you will not find Canada to be as STEM focused country compared to what you would have got in US. So yeah, there are some companies. Shopify runs from Canada, and there are a few more there. But if you're looking for a tech job, then go to US. So that is the place where you will find a plethora of jobs. Or go to Germany, where you'll find plethora of jobs in tech. These are the countries. So Canada, I think project management is good. You can even do computer science, but you will not get very high paying jobs when it comes to Canada.
When we talk about these different options that we have between Germany, Canada, US, could you help us, sir, with the sort of length of work visas that all of them grant, and how easy it is for somebody to build a career but also settle and look at a long-term vocation? Can you compare US, Canada, and Germany and Australia?
So US gives you for a STEM course, it gives you 3 years of OPT. And during these 3 years, you can do part-time work or you can find a full-time job. If you find a full-time job, then you will be sponsored for H-1B visa, and that continues. So that is not I think a big hurdle. Once you have a H-1B visa, then you can continue as long as you want. A green card in US is difficult, and there's a long queue for that. But that green card means you have arrived in your life big time. So obviously, a lot of people are dying for it. But otherwise, even if not having a green card, still you have a very stable and successful life in US. A lot of people are doing that. In case of Canada, you need to, after 2 years of course, you get 3 years of post-study work visa, but PR is easily available. I think that is why people want to go to Canada, get a quick PR. Permanent residency gives you some kind of assurance that you will never be asked to leave. I think that's the mental assurance you get. If you go to Germany also, within 2.5 years, 2 years, you will be able to get a PR. And you get 18 months of post-study work visa when you can do part-time jobs. And if you get a job, you get a temporary resident visa, work for 2 years. And if your salary crosses somewhere around 50 to 55,000 euros, then you are actually eligible for a European blue card or for a PR in Germany. So even the citizenship in Germany is available after 6 years of continuous work. So Germany also gives you. Australia also have similar PR laws. You need to put up the points, do a good degree, add some work experience. I think eventually you can expect a PR in Australia as well.
Right, sir. That largely addresses all the questions we've had so far. We'll give another 2 or 3 minutes for everybody to ask their questions or doubts or queries. We have one after completing Masters in Data Science from IU Germany. Will IU help to find jobs in other European countries? So, sir, if you want to answer that, you can, or I can also throw light on it, please.
Yeah, IU has partnerships across Europe. But question is, why do you want to leave Germany? That's my first question. When you can work in Germany, then going beyond Germany is not very obvious. But if you want, I think there will be opportunities given to you. They will have all the jobs which are available posted on their portal, which is jobteaser.com, where you can go and find the jobs there and apply. So that way, I'm sure you can find jobs outside Germany as well, but Germany is the largest employer. So naturally, you want to study in Germany.
Also, I think going back to the point that you had mentioned, that it's the 4th largest economy in the world and most thriving. And he was mentioning how it's the startup capital of Europe. So I think the maximum yield of your technology breakthroughs or whichever startup you want to run or any entrepreneurial pathway you want to embark on, I think the most amount of yield is going to come from Germany. In fact, sir, a lot of my friends have their tech startups moving from the Silicon Valley to Germany. Germany is that conducive and lucrative because you have an access to the entire European market sitting in Germany. So I don't think so. We've got one last one. Do I need to learn German language to actually thrive in Germany?
If your question is thriving, yes, you should learn. If you're thinking of thriving and really enjoying the German lifestyle and you think that you will become a German citizen, then why not learn a language of the country where you want to settle down? But is it mandatory to start working there? Answer is no. There are companies who will hire you for your English speaking skills, but then they will enable you also to learn German languages. So they will provide you free German language courses. Eventually, because they also believe that you have come there to settle down eventually and build a German lifestyle. So they will always help you. I will say once you are there and studying in Germany, spend time to at least reach B1 or B2 if you can. If you're very good, go to B2 level. That will open a lot more job opportunities for you. So thriving, yes, go ahead and learn German language. But it's not mandatory to learn the language when you are going from here. When you go there, go and study and find out learn German language up to B1, B2 level.
We have a question, Anko, which is the best course we can do in Canada after +2 with science, with biology. I think just yesterday, in fact, I was speaking to Yorkville University. So they have a BBA, which Sir was mentioning, is a very emerging field in Canada with majors in energy management. The Yorkville rep in India was mentioning that the entire BBA energy management is filled with medical students. So I think how Sir mentioned that one of the most thriving industries in Canada is going to be supply chain, energy management, any closely related field to business rather than technology or STEM if you compare it to the US. And I think the best course should be the Yorkville course or any course that you can do in Canada for energy management, because it is genuinely one of the most progressive fields they're looking forward to. How is hospitality management in Germany, as European countries are known for the hospitality and culinary? Sir, do you want to take that?
Yeah, hospitality management, if you're looking to go the countries such as France, which is all about luxurious hospitality. If you have interest in becoming a chef, patissier, these are the places to go. Italy is one of the destination where you can go and learn on hospitality management. Switzerland is another destination where you can go and do hospitality management course. Germany also gives you some courses there, but it depends. So hospitality management as a subject, I think you'll find to go to those countries where you find a lot more options in hospitality. So where there are a lot of tourism happening. So France is one of those countries which you can look at. You can look at New Zealand, Australia as another country where you have a lot of hospitality management options.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that the hub of the hospitality industry and culinary arts is France, or you're looking at Oceania. And in fact, a lot of our bachelor accelerator programs have hospitality majors as well. So you can also switch from a BBA track to a bachelor's of tourism, events, and hospitality. As of now, I'm having 5 years of experience in banking, would like to study and settle in Germany. Yes, so if you have about 5 years of experience, you can definitely apply to our MBA program and transition to Germany. Sir, do you want to sort of throw light on what about my chances of getting a full-time MBA there? How about continuing my banking experience to extend there post my graduation?
Sorry, for what MBA?
Yes, so he says he's got 5 years of experience in banking, and can he do an MBA and then still want to look at, carrying banking forward?
Yeah. I think Germany, you will find a lot of banks, and as I mentioned, the fourth largest economy, the banks are running the Europe. So don't worry about that. And your 5 year of experience will be very valuable when you complete your thesis there. So you can go after 5 years for MBA at IU. Always remember, in Germany, your career will be decided by the thesis which you write. The topic which you pick, thesis and research. If you pick a topic on German banking, that will determine your career in Germany. So go and pick your topic which interests you, do a good job of a thesis, defend it, and then you are there for I think you will not have a problem in getting a job.
So the last question for the day is, when you were talking about the 3-year bachelor degree transition uh, to a Canadian master's degree, and the fact that there is a gap of a whole year and that has to be filled up by a diploma, there are students who want to know, can that diploma happen in India? Would those credit hours be counted?
Yeah, so we are working on it. I think you will have few diplomas from us, which will help you bridge this gap of 1 year. So don't worry. Very soon we will launch those accelerator program as well.
Absolutely. So you were saying if there's any 3-year bachelor degree holder, they can actually finish the 4th year with us on UpGrad and then transition to a master's degree directly in Canada?
Yeah,
got that.
Those options will be available.
Right. On behalf of UpGrad, I'd like to thank everybody. And on behalf of everybody, sir, we'd like to thank you for helping us with all of our doubts and questions. We look forward to having all of you on our next set of webinars. And I have mentioned on the chat box 2 email addresses. You can definitely write to either of them. And somebody from our team will also reach out to you shortly. Maybe you can expect a call in the next 2 or 3 days. So make sure that you're attentive and make sure that you recognize that it's us trying to reach out to you and seeing if you've got any higher education needs that we can fulfill. Sir, can you sort of assure them that with all our accelerator programs, when we give out end-to-end servicing or anything we do, it's absolutely free of cost?
Yeah. So don't worry. If you're studying with us, obviously you have to pay the fees, but otherwise all our services are not going to cost you at all. I think we have a full service organization which will help you find the right option as per your needs. Whether you want to go to Australia, US, Canada, New Zealand, UK, or any other country, I think the team is ready. They will be able to guide you directly to which university you should go. If you think that our accelerator program makes sense, then they will help you in applying for our accelerator programs. Our accelerator program, the reason why they are created, because they are accelerating your career. Right now, due to COVID, all of the travel is banned. Whatever travel is happening is also very, very expensive. People are going to Canada through Siberia. I don't think that should be the option. But yes, I know there is some desperation. But if you control our desperation, I think next year September we have options for sending you abroad. The good part of our accelerator program is just start studying today. Don't need to wait for the landing in that particular geography and then start studying, and then you delay your career by that many years when you are not there. So that way our accelerator program supports to start your career. So we believe in fast forwarding your career, and that's what it comes to, that you will be able to fast forward your career in abroad through our accelerator programs.
Absolutely, sir. So somebody asking, how can we contact UpGrad? I have mentioned on chat 2 email addresses. One is of Veer, one is of Sudipta. I can write on the chat box again and also send it to you on your live Q&A. So on behalf of UpGrad, once again, I'd like to thank all of you for being here with us. And we look forward to seeing you on our next set of webinars. Sir, we'd like to thank you very much for being here.
Thanks, everybody. These were very interesting questions. I can see that 57 questions answered and many more have been answered during the webinar. Feel free and reach out to our team. They will help you out.
Sure.